What's up, world? Plant Savvy here. It was a plant that really caught my eye when I first saw it because of its beauty, its variegation, and the mid-ribs of how the plant went so deeply with its colors, its lighter shades going into an absolute deep, glorious leaf on the Alocasia Polly. And this here is one that I made a point to get. I saw it and I had to have it. While going through a nice selection of different plants, learning and reading, as you know I do, I was able to get it from Lowe's, and it was a very good, decently priced, not too expensive. So I jumped on it. It's stunning. It is stunning. It is a cross. This here Alocasia Polly, also known as the Amazonica. The Alocasia Amazonica is a hybrid produced by propping two other Alocasia species together, between the watsoniana, the sanderiana. Now, with the Amazonica Alocasia, it was bred to stay at a smaller size. Now, the two breeds that came together to create this with the watsoniana, it's a tropical forest in China, which is where it was originated from, and that's the habitat, the environment that the one part of the Alocasia plant gets its upbringing. And then the sanderiana Alocasia is from the tropical forest in the Philippines. So these two breeds were crossed together to create the magnificent plant that is so eye-catching and so brilliant that I cannot be without it. I had to just go ahead and get it. When it comes to the watering of the plant and the type of lighting it enjoys, bright yet indirect light is what the plant requires. The tropical rainforest is pretty humid place, if you would say, so it's hard to mimic exactly that. Of course, they want that soil to remain moist and not so much that, of course, overwater. You don't want that, but it does want that rainforest type of mimicry if you were to bring this into your home. It is a good house plant, so I would recommend that. It may take a little more of your attention to make sure that it's getting enough indirect light as well as the correct soil that allows a lot of air flow into the root system that will be growing in the pot. That you better have a hole or two at the bottom to make sure that water is flowing through so it doesn't build up under those roots, which will cause root rot. Avoid it. Now, with this here Polly Alocasia, it's not a heavy feeder type of plant, so you don't have to go crazy with the fertilizer. I'm happy that I've gotten it. It is the beginning of the summer months, so I went on ahead and got some liquid fertilizer. You can dilute the fertilizer and do it on the spring and the summer months because it's not a heavy feeder. So keep that in mind while you're growing this beautiful plant. An interesting fact about this plant is that you don't have to repot it very often. It likes to be root bound, so moving it to a bigger pot is not necessary unless it's a few years or so, because it enjoys that tight space, and you probably won't have to repot it at all for quite some time. So that's a cool note, and I found that quite fascinating. It likes to be hugged. His roots like to be hugged. And another fun fact is it's not one to be propagated in water, and that is downfall for me, but I am more than happy because for where I don't get to propagate it in water, I still get to keep it in the soil, the pot that it has come in for several years before I even have to do a repotting and division of the roots from the soil and go about that process. So this here with that information is pretty cool and very awesome, because I think that it is capable for a beginner to start and maintain while finishing off this here beautiful spring into summer, whatever month it is, with the right temperature being in between 60 to 70 degrees within your home, so that the plant can stay comfortable. And again, this here is one of my most favorite, and I am delighted to have gotten it. And of course, you know what to do. Keep those plants watered, happy, keep your mindset the same way, with a lot of oxygen, positive endorphins via the smile that you give every day. Stay motivated, and of course, keep planting.